Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Proverbs 31 Woman. And today we are going to talk about how she covers her house in crimson courage. That's a lot to say, right? However, I know that there is a lot to this message on today, so I am going to jump right in. The Proverbs 31 Woman is super amazing, as you have been hearing day over day all this month. And I want to encourage you to own that, right? To embody it, empower yourself with the confidence in knowing that you got it going on. Okay. Nobody has to tell you that. And can I just be frank with you? Maybe nobody's telling you that on a regular basis, but you've got to know that that you got it going on. And can I just say, wear it well, okay? Continue to do the amazing things that you've been doing and continue to show up powerfully on a regular basis. So, Proverbs chapter 31, verse 21 says, "She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet." Now, there's a certain kind of woman who doesn't flinch when the forecast looks grim, right? We know that the various places that we live, the weather is not always conducive to how we feel, right? I love warm weather, right? I'm one of those ladies that I don't mind getting out in the sun. However, I know that there's some people that like the winter, they like the big coats, the boots. I've come to like uh, cool weather as well. However, my favorite is definitely the summertime. So, here though, we are not just talking about the weather, right? It says that there's a certain kind of woman who doesn't flinch when the forecast looks grim. That means that not just the elements, but the environment. So the Proverbs 31 woman is one of them. She doesn't panic, but she prepares. This verse paints a picture of a woman who sees the storm coming and still sleeps well at night. When you know that you taking care of business, how they say you stood on business, yeah, you are not bothered by the things that are going on. Why? Because she or you have already clothed your house in scarlet, a color of wealth, warmth, royalty, and warfare. So let's unpack this scripture. The first part says that she is not afraid of the snow. Snow represents external pressure. It's a metaphor for economic downturns, unexpected layoffs, family crisis, or personal winter seasons. There are times where you'll go through a season where things does not look like, right, favorable to you, to your family, to your circumstances, to your situation on the job, right? We go through those ebbs and flows of life. And can I just say, the last couple of months have been very interesting from the standpoint how things just happen or things show up seemingly. But that is also confirmation to know that you're doing the right thing at the right time. Because why? The enemy don't come for you when you're not doing anything, right? So you've got to know that you're on the right track and that things are going well. Because why? The enemy now wants to come and see how he can derail you and get you off track, because he only has one job: to steal, kill, and destroy, right? So he is only doing what he's supposed to do. So he gets no credit at all. And when you know that, though, it allows you to be able to stay on course and to stay focused, knowing that the battle's already won. You can try it, but I'm already going through the my storms, right? The bad weather, the challenges, the issues, the circumstances, right? Also, the Proverbs 31 woman is not afraid because fear is a luxury that she can't afford. You know how I was saying in another talk that that's going to be a t-shirt? Can I just say that that's going to be a t-shirt? Okay, it might be a whole line of things, but Also, preparation is the mindset that the Proverbs 31 woman never abandons. So this woman doesn't wait for crisis to begin planning. She is ahead of the season. Can I just say, prepare now, you sluggard, right? Go tell the the ant, right? The ant always prepares in the winter season. Why? Or for the winter season, because they know that a time is coming where you can't be out there trying to hunt, right? Where things are going to be a little slow, that, business may not always be where you're going to make 6, 7, 8 figures a month, a year, a quarter, however your finances run. It may not always be like that. So the Proverbs 31 woman knows that cold is coming, but she's not caught off guard. Whether it's recession, take these R's, right? Recession, rejection, or reset, she's covered. Can I just say that you're covered? If you've been preparing properly, don't worry about it. Continue to keep going because you're prepared, right? So recession, rejection, the reset, yeah, use that as your time for you to really get aligned and realigned if necessary with the things that you need to be doing. And the second part of this is, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. That's the second part of the scripture. It says that scriptures, or scarlet rather, is more than fashion. It is prophetic covering, right? We think of scarlet, we think of the color, we think of fashion, and we think of the raiment that we wear on the exterior, right? The clothes that we put on our backs. But in biblical times, scarlet represented protection, as seen with Rahab's scarlet cord in Joshua 2. So wealth, though, as it was an expensive dye, and the blood covenant as a type and shadow of Christ's sacrifice. Those are the three things that we see in biblical times that scarlet represented. So when this woman clothes her household in scarlet, she is covering them, right? You are covering your household, your employer, your place of employment, your business, if you're an entrepreneur, in prayer. You're covering it in strategy, legacy, with wealth and warmth, right? You're going to work, you're handling your business, and you're doing so as the Proverbs 31 woman. So there's no mumbling, no grumbling, complaining. There's no slowfulness, that you're doing this because you know that this is what is supposed to be done. Now, from what I observed, the Proverbs 31 woman does not let her household face the cold uncovered, meaning that you're just not going to let them fend for themselves. Not on your watch, right? I like to say, we're not quitting on my watch, right? You may choose to do so if you want to, but that's not in the blueprint, right? That's not a part of the plan. And you're not going to hear that being said as well. Not here, right? Because I know that the call, the purpose, the assignment that you have is so much bigger than either one of us, right? And sometimes it's even bigger than what you can see at the time, what you can conceptualize, right? So you've got to know that when you are covering something, that you first of all take it seriously, because that is a awesome responsibility that you've been given to steward. Now, whether or not you take that serious or not, that's up to you. However, the Proverbs 31 woman is equipped, and she equips them spiritually, emotionally, and financially. This is a woman who builds a family culture where faith and foresight are passed down like heirlooms. So the revelation for today is this: fear is the fruit of unpreparedness. Fear, right? A lot of us get scared. A lot of us doubt. A lot of us sometimes question the process. But do you know that that is the fruit of unpreparedness? And we can go down the list and give you a half a dozen more. However, faith is the byproduct of planning, praying, and covering in advance. You don't see it. You don't know how it's going to be done. You don't know when it's going to be done. You just know that you know that you know that it's going to get done, right? And because of that, it allows you, though, to sleep good at night. It allows you to show up on that job and give 110%. It allows you to show up in the family, like cooking up the bacon, washing the clothes, getting the kids to bed, putting some things in order and being organized. Can I just say, and as an entrepreneur, yes, you're doing the business as if it is a multi-billion-dollar business. Run the business like a corporation. Don't just run it like it's a side hustle, right? Because when you think about it, it's a side and it's a hustle. That means that there's not a lot of priority set on it, right? Yeah, that's just my side hustle. Okay, keep running it like that and see how far it grows. See to what extent that it will go, right? The Proverbs 31 woman is not just a responder, she's a forerunner. She understands that scarlet covering is generational protection. It's not just for now, right? It's for the generations also to come. That means that she prepares her household with wisdom. She stores up for the winter, and she ensures that when the chill of life comes, her people don't freeze, they flourish. So, of course, you know, I have a modern day story for you. And today we're going to talk about Tasha. She's the mother of four, and she saw signs of financial instability in her company, right? Instead of waiting to be laid off, she cut her spending, saved aggressively, prayed daily, taught her kids budgeting, and launched a business making digital products. When the layoffs came, she wasn't shaken, right? She was scarlet covered. Okay. We said our word for the week is going to be focus. So we're going to talk about focus for the or with the scarlet covering, right? Let's make that a thing on this week. All right. Now she had the reserves, the faith, and the mindset not just to survive, but to expand, right? Her household didn't fear the snow. They walked through it covered in generational wisdom and strategy. Can I just say that if you're not talking about it, it's not generational. If you're not going over it and having a plan, it's not legacy, right? You can know it and you can operate in it, but that's as far as it goes. Why do they say that the wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard? Why? Because we take the secrets with us. We take the recipes with us. We take the process of how to do something that is going to be life-changing with us. Why? Because we don't share it, right? So the truth in all of this is this: wealth is not just about having money, but it's about having foresight, right? Helping others also to see the long game, see the vision of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Number two, preparation cancels out panic. There's no panic when you are prepared. Oh, that's happening. All right, I got it. Right. Let's go. Let's continue to keep moving forward. That we might slow down just a little bit, but we're going to continue to keep the momentum. And then number three, scarlet represents strategic covering. Don't wait for winter to build your warmth. Build it now, right? Go ahead and do the hard things now. Why? Because that is going to help you in the long run. And then number four, a woman of God doesn't react. She responds with readiness. Can I just say, when they make you mad on the job, you're like, oh, you just being who you always are, right? When you understand that, it allows you to show up in your most authentic self, for you to be able to go through your speed bumps, right? Your temporary moments of discomfort and continue to keep going. So our activation for today is number one, review your household scarlet plan. If you don't have one, please go ahead and create one, right? Are you covered spiritually, emotionally, and financially? Do you have a budget? Are you having the conversations? Do you pray together? Do you talk about those moments when you feel uncomfortable, you're upset? What are those things? What's causing that, right? right? Number two, create a preparation plan for the family, emergency savings, skill building, faith training, etc. Whatever that is, create the preparation plan. And then number three, start winter proofing your legacy. Create wills, estate plans, emergency binders, or digital assets. That way, if something happens, right, you're not trying to figure it out, it's already laid out and you're good to go. And of course, let's talk about these journal prompts. We're going to jump right in with those. Number one, what is one snow season I'm currently facing, and how can I face it without fear? You know what is happening that is not favorable, right? We know in the winter season, some things need to die off, right? So us getting a heavy snow, a bouts of rain, it washes away all the impurities, but it replenishes at the same time, right? So allow the process to be the process. But what is one snow season thing that you're facing, and how can you face it without fear? That's number one. Number two is, where have I neglected to clothe my household emotionally, financially, or spiritually? If there is something there that needs to be worked on, of course, write the list, but pick one and work on that today. And then, of course, have a plan to work on the other things. Number three is, how can I begin preparing my household for generational stability beyond me? Write the plan, write the vision, and make it plain, according to Habakkuk 2:2. You can read it for yourself, but just don't hide it here. Don't just have it in your heart, but write it out physically and post it. Talk about it. Have the conversations, please. I implore you to do so, okay? Our affirmation of the day is this: I do not fear the storm. My house is clothed in wisdom. My legacy is wrapped in scarlet, and my future is fortified by faith. I am a woman of war, wealth, and divine warmth. That's right, the three W's: war, wealth, and divine warmth. Thank you so much for joining me on today as we continue to talk about the Proverbs 31 woman. Can I just say that this has been empowering as well as exhilarating? I get up in the mornings and I am super excited about what I have the ability to share with all of you. You can continue to follow me on all social media platforms at I am Dr. Tabitha, and you can go to my website for some free resources at drtabitharussell.com. I look forward to connecting with you. You know it, again on tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you then. Take care.